I'm Cam.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Aaron. We're three brothers who lead extraordinary lives.
Because we live and work in our family zoo.
Caring for endangered animals along with a team of keepers.
And helping wildlife conservation projects around the world.
This is One Zoo 3.
There's a mystery to solve at the One Zoo 3 Zoo today. There's something's afoot in the garden.
Aaron, Ty, check this out. Look at these strange footprints.
Oh, whoa! Who? Or should I say what would have made those? Looks a bit like Aaron's.
Hey, they can't be mine. I've got 5 toes.
Oh, who could it be then?
Maybe it's a new species.
Why don't we take a closer look at some of the animals' feet here at the One Zoo 3 Zoo?
Yeah, maybe they could give us an idea of what animal these prints belong to.
Come on. Come on, Cam. Come on.
Feet come in all shapes and sizes.
From cute little feet taking their first big steps to those used to run, jump, or climb. You can understand a lot about an animal's amazing behaviour by the tracks it leaves behind. Feet can also be amazing weapons to catch prey, tools to dig with, and even used to help keep animals warm in the harshest of wild habitats.
This time, as we seek to solve the mystery of the massive footprints, snow leopard cubs Zaya and Attan have fun landing on their furry feet.
What a great fall.
Aaron hears the pitter-patter of tiny otter paws.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And who will be crowned champion when Tyler goes toe-to-toe with Rambutan the Binturong in human versus animal?
We've got a real spring in our step today.
As well as lots of cleaning, feeding, and enrichment for some of our youngest animals, we need to work out who or what has been making those mystery footprints at the zoo.
Speaking of which,
They kind of look like birds' feet, but they're a different shape to be our caracara.
Definitely can't be the owls either.
the mystery footprint has 3 toes, whereas an owl's foot has 4 toes, 3 pointing forward and 1 pointing backward, which is perfect for capturing prey.
The plot thickens.
It does. Let's keep looking.
And my next stop is with our snow leopards, who, in the wild, leave their paw prints in the snow of Central Asia and the Himalayas.
A few months ago, we had 2 beautiful snow leopard cubs born here at the cat sanctuary.
And wow, female Zaya and male Attan were totally adorable bundles of fluff and joy. Since then, the cubs have grown and grown, and recently Zaya and Attan took their first steps outside with Mum Layla. Although a little nervous at first, the cubs soon found their feet, and after a while became much more adventurous. Now, 5 months old, the cubs are ready for their next step. Keeper Dan and I want to help build their confidence even further.
Look at the cubs, they look amazing.
Oh, they've come an awful long way.
Oh, they've grown so much since I've seen them last.
As the cubs are still young and vulnerable, we're wearing masks to make sure we don't accidentally pass on any illnesses.
This is how to speak snow leopard cub. Oh. There we are.
In their natural wild habitat, the temperature often drops well below freezing, but their feet are perfectly adapted to the snowy conditions.
They have huge furry paws which act as snowshoes. So when they're moving through the snow, it actually allows them to spread their weight and stops them from sinking in.
Which makes it easier for them to chase down their prey, including wild goats. But Zaya and Attan won't need to dash for their dinner today.
It's the first time they're actually gonna feed without Mum by their side, so gonna see how it goes. They may be a little bit cautious at first because they haven't done it before. Here's Zaya. Yeah, good job. Oi, we'll come here. You guys don't need to fight, do you? You can just see the size of their claws. So sharp. With danger mittens.
Like many other cat species, snow leopards have retractable claws, which can be withdrawn into the paws when not needed. This helps keep them razor sharp and ready to pounce on prey.
Wow, that worked really well.
Yeah, the cubs have taken a really big step forward in confidence.
Amazing.
Brilliant, well done, mate.
Wow.
We'll see more of our snow leopard's danger mittens later. Now it's time for Tyler to put his best foot forward in human versus animal.
Representing the humans is Tyler, and from the animal kingdom, it's Rambutan the Binturong. But who will be the best at putting one foot in front of another and be crowned champion of the balance walk? Here are their fun facts. Rambutan has a face like a cat, a body like a bear, and a long tail like a monkey. Contender Tyler doesn't have anything growing out of his bottom and has 2 large, size 9 feet. But can Tyler be as steady on his feet as Rambutan is when balancing on a rope? Human ready.
Right, come on, let's do this.
Animal ready. 3, 2, 1, go! In the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, Binturong spend most of their time in the trees. Their padded paws and long claws help them to grasp branches. They can even rotate their ankles 180 degrees, so their claws can still grip when climbing down a tree head first. However, Tyler is more used to getting around on the ground. A Binturong's thick, muscular tail is prehensile, which means Rambutan can use it to grip onto branches as well as to help him balance. Tyler just hasn't been able to put one foot in front of another. Which means, Rambutan the Binturong, you are the champion of human versus animal.
Back at the cat sanctuary, keeper Dan and I are helping snow leopard cubs Zaya and Attan to find their feet. To help take another big step in confidence, we're giving them some enrichment toys to play with.
This is the biggest toy box for our cats. And we're gonna have some fun because we're gonna find a boomer ball to give to our snow leopard cubs. So Dan, what do you reckon we should give them?
This one's probably a little bit too big. We give these ones to our tigers, our lions, sometimes our jaguars as well. So I'd probably go for something a little bit smaller they can still have a lot of fun with. So we've got, it's probably a good size one.
It's perfect size for a little cub. Mask on.
With the cubs inside their den, we can safely hang up our recycled boomer balls.
How about this one?
Yeah, it looks a good height there.
These balls will be new to Zaya and Attan, and we're hoping they will encourage the cubs' natural behaviour.
Great height for our little snow leopards. They're able to play a bit when they're on their 4 paws on the ground, but also it allows them to also reach up and hit it and smack it around. And this one's ever so slightly higher.
A bit more of a challenge.
That is perfect. Look at that. Even I'm enjoying it.
With the play balls hung up, it's time for us to get out and let the cubs in to play.
All right, here they come. Oh, we've spotted the balls. Oh, it looks like Attan's already up top. Why is he so interested in the rope? He just does not care about the ball at all. All that effort for rope.
You know what to give them next time.
Just rope.
Just rope.
You meant to hit them and knock them together, guys. Yeah. Oh, mate.
Attan won't be hurt by his fall. Like other cats, snow leopards have an inbuilt balancing system called the righting reflex. This allows them to turn in mid-air so they can land safely on their feet. Cubs begin to use this reflex at around 4 weeks old and can master it within a couple of weeks.
Oh. Oh, that's quality.
Zaya and Attan are certainly putting in the practice and landing on their feet.
What a great fall. That was unreal. Bless them. They're funny, aren't they?
Their paws also have soft but tough pads on the bottom. Like shock absorbers, the pads help prevent the force of hitting the ground from hurting the animal's leg bones.
Hey, he's done it. Oh, look how she's just pulling it along now. That's very cute. It's just so great to see them growing in confidence. They're looking so healthy, so strong, and so happy. That's great.
See if I go.
We are trying to work out who or what has been leaving mystery footprints around the zoo. And Twinkle Toed Tyler is hot-footing it around in search of clues.
Whilst walking, different animals rely on different parts of their feet for getting round.
Like us humans, bears, gibbons and raccoons walk by planting the heel of their feet on the ground. This is known as being plantigrade. It's thought this stance allows the arms more striking force, which gives an advantage when fighting rivals for territory. However, many birds, cats and dogs are toe walkers. They get around walking on their toes, or digits. This is known as being digitigrade, which gives animals a useful spring in their step. And then there are the toenail travellers, or ungular animals. They include tapirs, camels and zebras, who have hooves covered in the same material as our own toenails, keratin. Perfect for protecting their feet on rough or uneven ground.
Now, from one set of twinkle toes to another.
My next stop is with our short-clawed otters. In the wild, they make paw prints along the muddy riverbanks of Southeast Asia, as well as parts of China and India. Being partially webbed with skin between their 5 toes, their feet act like paddles to propel them through the water at speeds of up to 3 miles an hour. As their name suggests, short-clawed otters have very short but very flexible and sensitive claws, useful for digging, climbing and grabbing hold of prey. A few weeks ago, new otter couple Kei and Bao surprised us all when we heard the pitter-patter of tiny paws and discovered Kei had given birth to a litter of pups.
How's it going, Kim?
Hello, you all right?
Oh, I'm good. How are they doing?
So far, so good.
Okay, cool.
Parents are keeping them very well hidden.
So well hidden, in fact, at first Keeper Kim had no idea just how many pups had been born.
We thought there were 2. However, there's 5.
Amazing.
Yeah, really cool.
Wow, 5 pups means 20 more feet. By monitoring the cameras, we're able to stay hands-off during the early stages of the young pups' lives, which allow Mum and Dad to bond with their 5 new babies.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So that's Mum doing a great job cleaning them up, making sure they're all healthy.
Fantastic.
Being mammals, our baby otters will drink milk from their mum Kei until they are around 18 weeks old. Around this time, she will start teaching them to swim and hunt with those fantastic feet of theirs. But right now, we want to make sure all of the pups are as happy and healthy as they can possibly be. So,
Steve the vet's come in to give the otter pups their first ever health check.
as we don't want to disturb the otters, I'll be hanging back and we'll catch up with Steve when he's finished. During this first ever checkup, we want to find out if the pups are boys or girls.
And we have a male.
Sadly, short-clawed otters are threatened with extinction due to river pollution and habitat loss. So finding out how many boys and girls have been born is really important for conservation work and to help keep the otter population growing.
Female.
Thanks, guys.
Health check over, I can't wait to catch up with Steve.
How did it go?
It went really well. We've got 3 boys and 2 girls.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're good weights. We checked all their feet and their claws and then got them back into the nest box as quickly as we could.
Now we know the cubs a bit better, we can finally introduce 3 beautiful boys and 2 gorgeous girls. all just utterly adorable.
So far, we have seen fluffy paws, sharp claws, hairy hooves, and some twinkled toes. Nice. But when we visited Paradise Zoo in Belgium, we saw what might be the cutest feet ever. And surprisingly, they look very similar to human hands. Take a look in Cute Alert.
These adorable animals are raccoons. And they are super cute. Hello. They have really cute paws with 5 dexterous, human-like fingers.
And at first glance, the tracks made by their front and back feet look a bit like the handprints of children.
I love how they eat. They'll go into a water source and wash their little paws.
But it's not to keep them squeaky clean. It's thought the water makes their forepaws super sensitive, which helps them sense and feel more about the things they pick up.
It's so adorable. How are we doing?
Now, I think their little paws make them look cute, but in their native Central and North America, they can be seen as mischief makers. Raccoons are notorious for opening doors, stealing food from pet cats and dogs, and ransacking rubbish bins.
Which is why they get their nickname, Trash Panda. There we are. How's that? You got a loud munch to you. No, that's my watch. That's the food? How's that? Look at you.
Raccoons, the super adorable masked mischief makers. Ah, so cute!
We're still trying to solve the mystery of the unfamiliar footprints. So, what could we learn from looking at our reptiles' feet? Well, there's one animal that rarely makes any footprints on the ground at all, and that's our Madagascan day gecko called Mangoki. Just like she would do in the wild, she spends most of her time up off the ground to avoid predators and to hunt and ambush her own prey. Like many other species of gecko, her large round toes are covered in millions of tiny, microscopic hairs called setae. These give her the ability to climb vertical walls and stick to just about anything. Now those are some serious funky feet.
My last stop of the day is with our African penguins, who in the wild leave their footprints on the sandy beaches of southern Africa. And I'm excited to help Keeper Tom with 2 penguin chicks that hatched just a few weeks ago. Being still so young, they're yet to take their first steps outside of their nest box, and since hatching, they have been standing on something a lot stinkier than sand.
Reveal the penguins. Hello! Ooh, it is stinky in this nest box, and the reason for that is because they use sticks, they use leaves, but most importantly, they use their own poo to bind it all together. And it doesn't smell very pleasant at all.
Although it's stinky for us, for them, it's a perfect place to bring up their chicks.
Just like they would in the wild, the chicks will stay in their nest, walking on all that poo until they're around 3 months old.
So what's the plan today?
So the plan for today is we're going to weigh them, and that lets us know that the parents are feeding them. Penguin number 1.
Hello. Get you in. Look at you. All right, he's cute. He's very cute.
So 1,394 grams.
What was it last week?
So last week was 900 grams, so
Wow.
that's 400 grams in 1 week, which is pretty impressive. I pop you back, get your sibling out, and then
Hello.
this is chick number 2. A little more feisty, this one.
Yeah. Bit of a wriggler, aren't you? There we are, in you go. So 1,282.
Yeah, nice. So this one last week was actually 700 grams, so that's actually 500 grams put on, so doing really, really well. Parents are doing a fantastic job at making sure both chicks get plenty of food.
In the wild, some penguin species can be found in the Antarctic, where temperatures can fall below -40 degrees Celsius. But like many birds, their feet have a very special adaptation to help protect them from the cold. The blood vessels in a penguin's legs and feet are wrapped around each other in such a way that warm blood being pumped from the heart can maintain the feet at a temperature just above freezing. So, while a human standing barefoot on ice might soon get frostbite, a penguin can stand on ice day and night without suffering at all. How cool is that?
All right, I'm gonna put you back.
Good job, little one. Back with parents.
Thanks, guys. All right, successfully weighed. Good job.
Good job.
I think we'll leave them to it and get back to their business.
Yeah.
We've searched high and low to find out just who or what has made the massive mystery footprints.
We've seen the snow leopard's furry paws, the otter's short claws, and the penguin's webbed feet. But none of them have feet that look anything like these mystery footprints. So what creature has made them?
Well, in order to help us figure it out, I've brought some plaster of Paris mix that we can then use to make a cast of the footprints, and then hopefully we'll be able to figure out whose feet these belong to.
What an idea. Pass us the bucket.
Okay.
All right, let me help you with that. Let's let me do it.
No.
Oops! Really should have been more careful with that.
Hello, boys. Having fun?
No.
I've got a dash with my new fancy feet.
Oh, it was Grandad all along.